Hello everybody, how we doing tonight? Ugh. Oh. Damn. Maybe I'm gonna play this with my headphones just so that I can hear a better sound.
Yeah, it's gonna take
I gotta close this. A massive amount of problems for me. And also I should play with the headset because that's gonna cover up the sound of feedback from the TV. As I'm pretty sure it will, right? Alright folks, so if you can hear me right now, which I'm pretty sure you can, just getting a drink, and I will be starting up the second portion of the Quarry for the second playthrough. We put about 6.5 hours, I think it was, yesterday into it, and got pretty far with it. I'm just gonna put my drink over here by the camera. Alright, so yeah, some changes. So basically, yeah, where to begin? Actually, I'm gonna keep this over here so I can reach it better. Yeah, so we have some big changes. The first and foremost being that my Harry Potter game is coming out tomorrow, which is going to be amazing. That's Hogwarts Legacy, which I am absolutely going to be streaming as long as I can tomorrow. It's going to be a hell of a game, I think. I'm really looking forward to it. So we're going to play the hell out of that one. And basically, the store opens at 10 o'clock. That's when I can pick it up from my PlayStation. So I'm going to be picking it up. I'm going to be slapping it in the machine, downloading it, all that stuff, the updates, whatever, however long that takes, probably an hour or two, depending on whatever. And when that is finished, we will absolutely be going headfirst into that game. Because that's going to be a big game. I think it's going to take a long time to play through. I think we're going to have a hell of a time with that one. Like, not, a bad time or anything, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be so much to do and so much to see. It's going to be incredible. So we're going to do that. And then, when that is done, we are, I don't expect to blow through a game like Harry Potter, especially it being an open world. I don't expect to finish that one relatively quickly, but we are going to play through it, off and on. We'll keep it going, and, yeah, we'll see how long it takes, because usually with open world games like, say, Skyrim, I didn't finish, I think, the original storyline for the Skyrim game until I was, like, over 120 hours in, because I just get caught up doing all the other side fun things that there is to do, and just exploring the world. So depending on how big this world is, because I don't really know a whole lot about it, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out and what's available to do in the world. If there isn't a lot, then I guess we'll focus more on story, but, whatever. More about that tomorrow when I actually start streaming for the game. But that is coming up tomorrow, and as you can see, I'm not in my headset anymore because I dug out an older TV, and I have it plopped down here in front of my really nice big one. And, here, I'll show you. So, there's my beauty, my 85, and now I got my little one set up in front of it. So, it's a way to play that will allow me to, not have to wear this cumbersome freaking headset. I was actually getting headaches, not from just from the strap on the headset got really tight, and I think the thing broke, and I can't loosen it. So it's kind of like gives my head a squeeze when I'm wearing it for too long. So, yeah. And it's just nice to not have to recenter the screen or anything like that anymore. So I'm going to be playing, here we go, part 2 for my second playthrough. Probably finish it up tonight. And I'm happy that if anybody wants to log in and see, I'm just going to double check to make sure the screen is functioning properly, because we've had this problem in the past where the thing just decides not to frickin' work. Oh, network error, look at that. So am I not streaming now? Hello? Oh, so it is there, but I just can't see it on my own screen. That's interesting. Oh, there it is. Okay, fantastic. Hey, Plant, welcome back. Nice to see you again. Have you been here long, or did you just get here? You must have just got here. You just clicked over? Fantastic. Thanks so much for seeing ya. As you can see, the headset is gone. I just set up myself, I found one of my smaller TVs that I used to have from before I was streaming, and I have it set up so I can play without the damn headset again, finally. And the picture quality is actually really nice, so yay. So, as I was saying, yeah, I have a solution. But as I was saying before, if you just haven't joined yet, Harry Potter is in tomorrow. So I'm going to be in. There's my wife. She's cheering too. So, oh, by the way, honey, speaking of Harry Potter, since you can't play it yet, I don't know if my sister has a copy yet. So if I gave her my copy and I just play on yours, would that be fine for you? That way she can still play it? No, like I'm gonna put my copy in here and download it, get it running, because there should be like some downloadables that come with it. So if I put that in my system first, get all the downloadables linked to my account, then I could give her the disc, and she could just borrow the disc. She can play the game because she wants to play it. She just hasn't bought it yet. And then I'll put yours in your console and download it to get you your stuff. But then I'll take your disc and play it because you're in school and you can't play it. But then in the late evening, if you want, because I can't obviously stream for like 24 hours, so. And I'm probably going to be hella tired by the time, you know. Yeah. But I was just thinking, yeah, if I gave her my discs and she could play my copy, and I'll just play yours until whenever the hell you want to play. Still run it past her. Yeah. So that's what's happening, folks. We're going to be playing Harry Potter tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. Yeah. Literally, yeah, 12 hours from now is when the store opens, and I can go pick it up. So, any point after that, whatever your time zones are, I don't know. But, yeah, any point within the next 14 hours, that's about when to expect. It's all going to depend on the download time. I'm playing it on the PlayStation 5, so I'm thinking it'll probably be maybe anywhere from half an hour to, I don't think it would be 2 hours, but you never know, whatever, weirder stuff could happen. But, yeah, I'm going to get everything downloaded, I'm going to get everything put in there, and then, yeah, we're going to play a whole ton of Harry Potter. So, but in the meantime, let's get back to Hackett's Quarry and continue our second playthrough of the Quarry and see where we end up. We've already made a few different decisions this time around. We've had 2 fatalities this time around. We had Emma was killed, and so was Jacob in a bear trap, unfortunately. So that was too bad, but let's get back into it and see what has happened. What is happening? What? Oh, interesting. Now I have save file. Okay, this is interesting. The first playthrough, there was no save files. So this is interesting now that I have this save here, which was my original. Interesting that it allows the separate save files now, so I can continue the story, but I didn't necessarily lose this one. Cool. Well, this is the most recent save, so let's get into it and see what's going on. Part of me wants to turn this light off, but then I don't think you'll see me very well.
These guys never throw anything out, huh?
So, do you want to give me some direction on what we're
Having a
looking
drink.
for specifically?
Well, most of these cars look like they've already been stripped for parts. Just empty frames and chassis, which doesn't help us much.
Okay, so we're looking for...
My little wolfie will guard it.
Engines?
Well,
He's my little
relatively
Minecraft
intact.
wolf. See?
Got it.
Alright, let's frickin' look for car parts, right?
Looks like we got our work cut out for us, huh?
Try not to make too much noise.
Oh, right. Anything by you?
Not yet. Keep looking.
Interestingly enough, I found out in real life, she's actually in a relationship and has like a kid with Macaulay Culkin, which is kind of cool. You know, Macaulay Culkin, the kid from Home Alone, the original Home Alone, the good ones. Yeah. She's like his girlfriend or life partner or whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah. I had no idea, because every time I'm playing this, people are always posting, yeah, Brenda song! And I'm like, and everyone's like, so I looked her up today, because she was huge in the Disney Channel. Oh, okay. But I was like, why is everyone freaking out about Brenda song, and what the shit? Oh my god. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna look into who Brenda Song is, and then like her and him popped up in a picture together. I was like, oh, really? She was your childhood? Awesome. Well, let's try and see if we can make sure we keep her alive, okay? Holy crap. Blessings. I will make it my goal to keep Brenda Song alive for Macaulay Culkin and you. So what shows was she on the Disney Channel then? Like, I assume something live action?
Documentary.
No.
Because one of the last things I ever... What about me and Macaulay? Okay, well, you and Macaulay as well. You and Macaulay and Brenda Song live in love triangle, however you want to sort it out. I mean, you and Brenda can have the bed and he sleeps on the couch, or, you know, whatever. Or he stays in, shackled to the wall. Sweet Like of Zack and Cody. Okay. Yeah, the last time I would have ever watched Disney on TV was like, they had the Disney Afternoon. And that was like a collection of just cartoon shows that they watched. They had a host for it and everything, which was pretty cool. Because they had, what the hell was it? Holy shit. The freaking... Dude.
Ah! Sorry.
Shut up, dude.
Scary. That's so annoying.
There was like Schnookums and Meat was one of the shows. That one was actually pretty funny. There was Schnookums and Meat, and then there was like Darkwing Duck and Goof Troop and Gargoyles, all of those shows. That was in like the 90s though. High School Musical 2 came out on Disney Channel at the time we started getting too old for Disney. Yeah, I never really personally saw myself as too old for Disney. A show just had to be entertaining to me. Gargoyles was really good for a long time, and like if you have the Disney Plus, you can check it out on there if you've never seen it. It's definitely worth looking into. I love Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck was awesome because he was like a shit version of Batman, but he still like got the job done. And then you had that came out in 2007. Yeah. I'm a child, yet so old at the same time. What are you, in your 20s? Because I don't think you're particularly old. Well, if you said you saw it on TV, you're 28? Ah, yeah. I'm 43 this year. Couple months, yeah. July. So, but for me, like, I don't think... Oh no, nobody would guess it. Absolutely. In fact, if I shaved the only reason, like, if you look, I got white hair starting to come in now. My dad had white hair when he was in his 20s. And so, whatever. But if you saw me and him together, and my older brother even, and he's 12 years older than I am, people will think that we're brothers, actually, which is really funny. The men in my family, we always look really young, and I love it because Yeah, whenever people are like, "Oh my God, you're so old or you're so young," because everybody at my work they're like, "Oh, you're like what, 25?" But then they're like, "No, but he has like 3 kids and one's like 10, so he would have been like 15." And I was like, "Oh, we're figuring it out." But yeah, no, I'm 43, and like I said, if I shave off all the white hair, it just in the last few years, no joke, my facial hair. I've never had facial hair in my life because it doesn't grow. And in the last few years, it has just started growing like rampantly and turning white. So that's why I'm always like, oh, I don't feel like shaving today, and so it grows out a little faster now. But yeah, there we go. We found the way
Look.
up. But yeah, everybody thinks that I'm really young, and I'm fine because I feel young. And I have a quote,
So,
and you can keep
you
this
ever
quote.
operated a crane before?
And the
I
quote
actually used to
is,
be
"My boyfriend is
pretty
being the
good
sweetest bean
at
in
the
the world
claw
and
game
making
at
me
my local
waffles right
arcade.
now." Oh, that's
Kids
awesome.
used to call me the grabber.
Waffles are good.
No,
Breakfast? I don't
Oh,
eat
I thought
breakfast
you
at
got it.
breakfast time. I
Look,
don't like
why don't you
breakfast
see to
as
the
a
lower
meal at
town so we
all,
can take a
which,
look
you know,
under the
it's the
hood?
most important meal of the day, whatever, but I don't eat breakfast in the morning. And if I'm going to, oh, anxious, can I have the gun? No, you watch my back. So,
Sure.
but yeah,
Sure thing.
I would prefer to have breakfast as a
Just
late
watch my back.
evening type meal.
Yeah.
And I've always been that way. Like, if I'm gonna eat waffles and bacon and pancakes, I'd rather have that at like, 7 o'clock at night or something. And I've just always been that way. Oh, eggs. You know
Right.
how you may or may not be? Are
Looks
you
like somebody's
familiar
mom
with my Dead by
never
Daylight
taught
and how
them
I
how
hate
to clean up
Michael
after
Myers in
themselves.
Dead by Daylight?
Okay, let's see what we're working with. Alright, not too complicated.
No, tell you more. I fucking hate Michael Myers in Dead by Daylight because I think he's the laziest
Grabber.
killer out of everybody because he can literally stare at you.
What the hell is going on?
My bad.
Okay, look, the music was left cranked before he turned it on. It's not his fault.
Alright,
Anyway,
here goes nothing.
I think Michael Myers is the laziest killer in Dead by Daylight on part of not just players who use him, but also behavior in the way they created him. It's like literally it's like they're sitting in the boardroom talking about like, okay, we're gonna get Michael Myers in the game, that'll be cool. What'll his ability be? And someone's like, how about he just looks at the survivor and then he can just stab them to death and be game over?
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what,
I think I
that's a
found my
fucking great
calling.
idea, let's do
About
that.
time.
And then somebody maybe was like, okay, maybe
Maybe we
that's
can
too
see if we
much.
can
Let's
triangle
just
this
give
thing
it like an add-on that lets him do that.
Score.
And they're like, okay, fine. So they like still left it in the game though, and he just fucking like worries people. Oh shit, someone's coming. The motion lights are going, dude. Warn her. But fuck. Warn her. Warn her.
There's something coming!
Get in the fucking car. Close the door. Oh shit balls. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Okay, lift her up. Okay, we'll talk about Myers again in a minute. I gotta try to keep her alive, okay? I'm sure you don't disagree with that.
Dylan, get the damn werewolf on the damn car!
Drop the car and crush his shit, never mind. What are we doing?
Hurry the fuck up!
Macaulay and Plant really insist you do something. Oh fuck! Oh shit, man! She broke her back! Oh fuck. Shit, drop the car on him!
Dylan, help!
Drop the car on him! Drop the car on him! Drop the car on him! Yes! Drop the effing car on him! Oh shit! Come on, mash that button! Crunch. Holy Shinto. McClee gonna need to bring her a change of shorts. You could probably check under the hood now for that part.
Dylan?
She's limping. Whew. What the fuck happened?
I'm not leaving you. Dylan?
Run out!
No, but...
Go! Fucking run! Run away, Caleb! Get away from me! Ah!
Oh shit! Oh, that's right, because he got bit this time and... Oh, I didn't saw his hand off. So he was infected. Shit. That's no good.
Oh, they ain't getting through there in a hurry.
Well, anyway, as I was
This
saying,
place is huge.
so they had this brilliant idea that Michael Myers should be the only killer who
You'll
can
feel better
literally
soon.
stare at a survivor and then just kill them
I'm
instantly.
feeling pretty
And
good,
to me, that
actually.
seems like the stupidest
What are you
idea to
doing?
have in a multiplayer
Stop
game,
it.
because if you're in a multiplayer game, right,
Do you smell
any
that?
kind of multiplayer game,
No.
like, to be able to end one player's
Let's
experience,
just find another way down. A way
just
to
cut
get
it
stuck.
short
Or just
ridiculously
a way
quickly,
out,
seems like
maybe.
kind of a waste,
I'm done being
you know?
chased
Like,
and stabbed.
look at any other killer. No other killers
Sure.
can do that. Yeah, you
Another
can
way
get
out.
people like Bubba and Ghostface, and Ghostface is a close second, but the only reason he's not as shit as Myers is because he can't insta-morate like Myers can. He can still expose and down people instantly, but he can't insta-morate.
Huh.
That's the big difference.
What's that?
So,
Proof we're on the right
anyway,
track.
like, and I remember
Stay
first
close.
starting the game, and it happened
Yeah, all the better
relatively
to
early
see
in the
with,
game.
my dear.
First time I played against the Myers, the match was fairly even. Like he wasn't tomb, and like now I understand how it works. It's like Tombstone Myers, right? So I understand that it's an offering that allows him to do it. But the first while I played, I didn't encounter one. Holy shit!
Watch
Be
your
careful.
step.
Yep.
First while I played, I'd never encountered Tombstone Myers, but I found it confusing as a new player, especially because, like, I wasn't injured, but he'd just run up and he'd just down you in one hit because, you know, holy shit,
What was that?
there's a fucking dog here.
I think.
Oh, he's chained.
I think we found Chris Hackett.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
and what if it's him? Is that Chris? I don't know, I can't exactly tell. His dental records don't seem to be particularly accurate right now. Dude, he's free! Okay. Oh, shit balls! Ow! Oh, man. Holy fuck! What the hell's happening? There's two of them in here? Who's what? Oh, she was attacking him. Oh, God. Holy shit. Ow!
Bobby? The gun!
Daddy. Ow! Oh! He beat up redneck Ethan Suplee.
Hey!
Oh, no head for him. Oof. And just like that, shit's over. It's a good thing the comic code is, you know, and she's wearing clothes.
Thanks. For, not killing me.
Yeah,
Likewise.
likewise.
So, what now? Everyone's back to normal?
What? Oh. You think this is over? This isn't over.
So, Mike Myers, you know, when I first started playing, I encountered him a few times. I always thought it was weird that he could just down me.
Chris wasn't the
Because, like, Bubba had faced him at
That's
some
not
point,
possible.
and he had the chainsaw swipe, so it kind of made sense that he could down people in one hit. But I never understood why Mike Myers would just slice you and
Girl
you'd
you
fall
killed?
down. You know, now you understand that it's evil within because you played the game enough. So,
What?
but then I started encountering Tombstone Myers. And, you know, I'd be working, he'd walk up, stab, I'm dead, and I was like, what the hell is with that? So it's like, whatever, and then, you know,
He was a
if I
good
was
man,
with
my
friends
brother.
at the time, because I had a couple friends who got me into playing Dead by Daylight, so I'd be playing with them,
Silas.
and if
They've been tracking him for years.
I was in a game with them, obviously I wouldn't quit out and find a new match because I was with
transient.
my friends as a team, so I'd be waiting for, like, them to finish
They've
the
been long gone
match,
from the area, but we
and,
hope
you
to
know,
get
whether
back
they
soon.
escaped or not, but whatever. And so, then,
Anyway, there's sightings
fast
up and
forward
down
to the
coast
next
of,
match,
parallel
and
minor
I'm not
child.
lying.
Giant
Every
white
match I got with Myers got progressively worse, to the point,
werewolf.
the day that I finally had enough of him, it was literally
See it!
fucking
At the cabins earlier tonight.
probably 4 Myers matches in a row, and they were
Okay.
all Tombstone Myers.
Okay, it makes
Why?
sense.
I don't fucking know. Just
No, it
dumb
makes
luck.
sense, yeah.
Apparently I was really supposed to hate
He
him.
must have been back
And
for
the
months,
last
but he's
match
what
was
ran
the
you off
worst.
road 2 months ago.
Or the second last match actually was he slugged everybody. He didn't have the tombstone, but he just walked back and forth, and it was so annoying because he found me first. I was working on a generator. He hit me and he slugged me. Why in the world would I help you? Why should I trust you?
Why the hell should I trust you?
I'm not
So
asking you to trust me. I'm telling you. We kill Silas, everyone gets better.
he slugged me and he left me down, and I was at the time, this is like, and all the other players too, we were all running Unbreakable. We were all randoms, at least I was, so I was completely alone, but I was down first and I was running Unbreakable because I had only recently unlocked it. So I was building it up and I was waiting to see if someone was going to come for me. He downed somebody else. Then he went across and you could see someone else get down. By this point, the girl who had been down near me, she got up and she came and she picked me up. So that saved my Unbreakable. So I was like, okay, that's good. So we healed each other, we separated, and we started trying to go around to pick up the other 2 people. In the time it took us to get around and pick up the other 2, Myers found me, or maybe that girl who picked me up, and he downed her again. And we had already picked the other 2 up, and we all dispersed because none of us wanted to stay together. And because he was just slugging everybody, and he slugged her again. Then I ran away, and he caught one of the other girls, and he slugged her again. I found the first girl who was down, I picked her up, and we went our other way. Then he found me, then he slugged me, and then he slugged them all. So again, we were down to 3 of us were down. I used my Unbreakable this time. I got up. I went and I saved somebody else. And then he went, it was rinse and repeat. He slugged everybody, and then the next person who had Unbreakable used it to save everybody else. Then he slugged them again, and then the last person used Unbreakable to get everybody else up. And then finally, we were out of Unbreakable, and he slugged us all again. We didn't get any generators done, and all we did was walk around picking each other up and got knocked back down again. It was literally one of the most annoyingly stupid matches in a game I've ever played, because, and I thought about it later, but the reason it really bothered me was because we were literally nothing but a plaything for him. He wasn't killing us, he wasn't hooking us, all he was doing was walking back and forth and getting as many downs as he wanted, and he was just having a hell of a time of it, right? And it was just stupid. It's like, I'm not playing the game so that I can be a piece of entertainment for some other person, right? But that's literally all the match was. Then the next match, again, like I said, another Tombstone Myers, Coldwind Farm again. And yeah, these were different Myers, by the way. And so Tombstone Myers shows up, and I started in the middle of the fields, and the frickin' guy,
one last time.
Myers found me.
Go back and end this.
And Myers found me first, and I started running, and he stalked me, and he killed me. I am damn sure it was less than a minute. I am damn sure, because I remember actually checking the match length and including the load into the match and everything. The video clip that I had, when I edited it down, it was definitely under 2 minutes. And I just remember thinking, I was like, this is so fucking absurd. Why am I playing a game when I wait in the lobby, then we get into the game and it loads, that another player can just walk up to me, boom, and I'm just dead and I'm out of the game, game over, go find another game. It's like, why can you just ruin the game for somebody else that quickly? And there's always the favorite argument for supporters, which is, well, it's a game mechanic and it's perfectly legit. Well, yeah, that's all very fine, but, you know, it's a broken game mechanic. And the reason I say it's broken is because, put it on the flip side, which survivor can end a killer's match in less than 2 minutes? And see, right now you're saying, well, they can't. And I'm like, exactly. That's why it's broken. Why can any 1 out of 5 players end the match for any of the other players in that amount of time? Especially when a match, on average, goes up to approximately anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. Usually a match lasts about that long. So why can someone end another person's match in 2 minutes? And they're completely helpless to do anything about it. And you can say, oh, well, just jump in a locker and then he can't do it. And it's like, yeah, in recent matches with Myers, sure, yeah, you get in the locker and then he pulls you out and he drops you on the ground and he picks you up and he drops you on the ground and he picks you up and eventually you kick free. And guess what? Then it's rinse and repeat. I'm trying on our clothes. Look at that butt. You sexy, sexy beast, you. What's this? Oh, the Harbinger Motel. We should have just gone to the Harbinger Motel, but at least you're cured now, dude. That's good news, right? So anyway, yeah, Myers ended my match that quickly, and that was literally... Oh. Hello. Be dead. Is she dead? Oh no, she is dead, yeah. She got mauled. Oh, you're gonna see the video of her getting killed because she was recording it. And it was you who killed her. Oh, dude. Yeah, man. You killed Emma. Too bad. But yeah, so I simply pose the question, why, on the flip side of things, if the game is supposed to be balanced, is there not a player The closest you have is Vittorio's perk that allows him to save gen progress and pump 20% into a gen. That's it. But that still doesn't completely end a killer's match, right? And that's the big difference. So, it begs the question, why is it that Myers can do that and survivors can't do anything to him to counter it? And I just think it's lazy. It really is. It makes no sense. The only person that it serves is a person playing the killer. And that's why I hate Myers. That was the match that did it in. And after that, for the longest time, if I went into a match, because a lot of the times I was playing alone, if I went into a match and I saw Myers was the killer, I immediately DC'd because I was just like, no, I'm not doing this. Like, after the match where we all got slugged non-stop, and then immediately followed by a Tombstone Myers match that ended me in fucking less than like I said, I swear to God, it was less than a minute. But yeah, he immediately tombstoned me, and there was just nothing I could do about it. He just walked up, stab, and I was dead. And I fucking hate Myers. And so, yeah, that is why I hate Myers. And the biggest irony of it all is I played so many matches with him where I just DC'd myself because I was just like, no, I'm not even gonna chance that shit. I'm just leaving and that's it. Finally, there was one match, probably about 2 or 3 matches after the last Tombstone Myers one, and I mean, and when I say 2 or 3 matches, I don't mean like 2 or 3 matches as a whole. I mean like 2 or 3 times playing against Myers. Where I was finally like, well, let's see what happens. And he walked out, and I saw him, and I literally was just like, you know what, fuck this. Like, he was the distance, if you're looking at the game right now, where I am to the edge of the stairs there or whatever. He was really close. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna fucking die anyway. So I decided to start screwing around and just playing with him to see what would happen. And he played along, which was really funny. And the match is on my YouTube. You can go check it out. It's called Peekaboo. And even in the thumbnail is Myers standing in the background looking at me. And all I did the entire time was just play peekaboo with him. Because he came around the corner and I stopped. And then I kind of went around the corner and he did too. And then I popped out. And we just sat there playing peekaboo, like going back and forth really fast. And I was laughing my ass off. And you won't hear me talking because it was way before I was a streamer. So I was just like, okay, whatever. And yeah, it was so funny. And I watch the match now and I still laugh because it was just like, wow. It was one of the most fun time. It was probably one of the first times I ever had a playful killer that didn't want to just kill everybody, and it ended up being a Myers, ironically enough. But that was kind of a funny thing.
Nice.
And
campus close and try them out till the
so yeah, we played peekaboo, and the whole match went like that. We played peekaboo for a few minutes, and then he just wandered off, and he started chasing other people because you can see them getting hurt and things. And there was a couple times I was like hiding, and he'd come walking around the corner.
What are you gonna do?
And
What are you gonna do?
I remember he was walking through the trees, so I crouched behind like one of the hopping, in one of the loops, right? And I was crouched down behind it, and as he got closer, I just popped up like one of those whack-a-moles. I was like, pff, pff. And then he saw me, and he started coming over, and then I popped up, and I looked at him, and then he kind of realized it was me, and then I went back down, and then I popped up, and he started playing hide and seek with me. It was really funny. He was playing peekaboo with me all over again, so I was laughing our asses off. And I was, but yeah. And then, we go our separate ways again, and then I was exploring, looking around, and I was like, I gotta try to do generators, right? So I did one generator, and I healed a couple people. And, ironically enough, I was hiding in the area, and he came walking by, carrying this guy on his shoulder, and he threw him on a hook right nearby, and I saw him, and I was like, oh god, he's gonna assume I'm gonna go for the unhook. So I just crouched down in plain sight, and I started crawling around, hiding in plain sight, right? And he was watching, and I walked around him, crouched behind him, around a corner, and then I slowly got into a cupboard right in front of him, And then he was like looking around, like, where'd she go? Because I was playing as Mia at the time. And then he just wandered off, and I was like, okay. And in the time that all took place, someone else came and got the unhook. So I was like, okay, well, he can't turn on me for the unhook, but I bought people time because there was, we had like 3 interactions like that where we were just hanging out and chilling and playing peekaboo. And I like to think, well, you know what, that bought my other players time because they were popping gens and he'd leave to go kill them, but I still bought them the time, right? So I was like, yeah, that's awesome. What's this? Oh, her bag is here.
What the heck is this?
It was a big ass thing. Okay, her bag is like this fucking big. It was on her back. It was tiny. That big ass bunny was in there. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, seriously, look at the size of that little bag. You can't really tell there, but holy shit, that was a very, very tiny bag for that big ass bunny to come out of it. It's like a fucking bag of holding, man. She's fucking Mary Poppins. Please refrain from using foul language. Ignore that. When I play Myers, no perk on and fuck around the whole time. Yeah, ignore the thing. I was messing with my stream settings and now I can't get rid of that. And it flags like all kinds of stupid words as inappropriate, which is dumb because like when I was testing the settings and it's like put in a word that like you want banned. So I started putting in like a racial slur because obviously block that, right? But now it's like, you can't say damn, and you can't say crap, and it's like, I don't freaking know, but yeah.
Nice to put a name to a big mean face.
Yeah.
So what, you're like, Mr. Each
So,
brother, I guess?
yeah, it was a real annoying match to play, up until then, and then I found that really friendly Myers and played peekaboo with him, and it kind of restored my faith in humanity a bit. And then after that, I was kind of like, I didn't always DC for Myers, and I don't anymore. But the second I get the impression that it's going to be a tombstone match, I just fuck it leave. Like if I'm doing
How long has this guy been here?
if I'm doing a gen and we've only just started, and like I said, 2 minutes in, somebody gets fucking stabbed and they're dead, then I'm just like, yeah, I'm just leaving. I do it on Legion and Hunty too. I try to be the giggle before the sweat. Yeah. And that's also what inspired me eventually to start running the friendly killer matches. Because I was just like, you know what? Actually, my first friendly Freddy matches began on the 6-year anniversary. Because I've been playing so many matches that were just sweaty as fuck, and everybody was angry. And I remember in all the forums and in all the chats and everything, people were just fucking mad at each other, whether it was survivors or killers. Everybody just hated everybody. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a friendly killer. And I did. I put myself a friendly build.
What the?
Took me a couple of matches to figure it out. I said someone was going to come down the bloody chimney. Oh, well that was fucking graceful. So yeah, I just decided I'm going to be the freaking exception to the rule, and I started running friendly Freddy matches. And it was hilarious because, people responded to it amazing, which is why I still do it so frequently, because I was like, you know what? There's not enough freaking, there's so much toxicity in Dead by Daylight. What are we gonna do? Wait. Run. Let's run. Holy shit, let's run! Maybe you could have shot him in his ass, but she definitely run. Yeah, run, exactly. We gotta keep her alive! You gotta keep your booty alive. Run, girl. She is actually really beautiful. In, like, every way. She has really beautiful eyes. She's got an amazing figure. And she's really short, too. It's like, if you see her with all the other people, they're, like, really, really... really big compared to her. Yeah, she's amazingly beautiful. She is. She's so beautiful. She's like the sort of person, I think, if you just saw her, like... Because everyone says, like, oh, first thing in the morning... Shit! Everyone says, like, first thing in the morning, your hair will be all messed up and stuff. I feel like she just gets out of bed and looks this amazing. What the hell, bro? How could you fuck that up? I mean, I don't want her to die or anything, but how'd you fuck that up? Holy shit. And now he's climbing the fucking... Girl. Run? We're gonna run again. Pretty sure. Yes, we're gonna run. We got no reason to stop running. Okay, he's up above you somewhere, so you gotta be careful. We got away. Perfect. She's the beautiful that you feel bad about being friends with because you feel they're too beautiful. Yeah. Oh shit, hold your breath. I'm a goblin, and then she's that. Now, I'm sure you're hardly a goblin. I mean, if you were a goblin, I doubt that your boyfriend would want to make you... What? Oh shit! Ah! Get the gun! Get the gun! Oh fuck. Ah. Holy shit. She died by a little more than a head tap there. Pause. Caitlin died. Do you want to try to save her? Sure, we'll use a life. It's interesting that the thing fucking came back up again. The fear factor. Holy shit. Alright, we will hold our breath, but apparently not too long this time. But yeah, so... I mean, come on, if you were a goblin, as I was saying, would your boyfriend be making you waffles this late? Come on. Nobody's gonna make a goblin waffles at this hour of the day. Go, 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 go. Move that booty. Absolutely, because he's a gem. What the fuck? Run. Oh shit! I seem to recall... Ouch. Did I hide in that freezer last time? Maybe? I don't know. Ouch. 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 A repeat. Damn it. I'm only allowed 3 lives. Okay. We're gonna use an extra life. Again. She survived the first time I played through this. I guess I went in the freezer last time. Roar. But yeah, so that is why I hate Myers. And to get back to the original train of thought, why I was talking about Myers, and you didn't like the waffles, so he made you hot pancake or hot pockets. Aw, see, it's awesome. But yeah, so to get back to the original thing, because I didn't like Myers, you had mentioned you like scrambled eggs, and I hate eggs. And I actually hate eggs almost as much as I hate Myers. Actually, I hate eggs more than I hate Myers. Hide? Yeah, just hide. Well, don't push on the door. There's a handle. Relax. You just have to wait for him to leave. What? Caitlin died? How did she die? There's a handle! Okay, well, this is the last time, apparently. I don't know what I did last time that we escaped this without a scratch, but apparently it locked, and even though there's a handle on the inside, which she didn't even try, she just tried pushing the door. Okay, so hold the breath, and then tried to run and we died for it. Then we tried the freezer and I think, what did it give us another thing after that? I don't know why she isn't shooting him. She has the fucking gun. I don't know why she's so goddamn uppity about busting a cap in his ass. So, yay. It was hide or something else. So it was run and he killed us, and we chose freezer. So we'll try... see what it says, yeah. Oh, use a decoy. Yeah, the frickin' teddy bear. Oh, throw it in the freezer and lock him in the freezer. Good idea.
Oh, you play with me!
Close that shit! Close it! You're in a timeout. Dickhead. Now another werewolf will come out and kill her anyway. And be like, shit, bitch was really meant to die. But yeah, so... I freaking hate eggs. Oh god, I hate eggs. Eggs are just the worst thing in the world. Even worse than Myers and Dead by Daylight. That's all I was really trying to say with all that.
So what exactly happened 6 years ago?
There was a fire that wiped out dozens of people, and now there's werewolves and a ghost that roams the woods looking for her lost baby boy. Which I've just put together is Silas. Oh shit.
It's a long story.
No, it's not.
Well, we're not going anywhere. We're
Silas,
driving, so you could probably just talk.
Bit a bunch of your family. You failed to stop him.
Burn.
What happened in the past doesn't matter right now.
It kind of does, actually. We need to know what we're up against, at least.
What we're up against is a feral boy turned werewolf who for the last 6 years has avoided being found. No matter what we did. Every full moon we were out there looking. Every single one. Now the son of a bitch is finally here. So what we're up against is my only chance to end this thing for good.
So how do you even know where he is? How the hell are we gonna find him just driving down the middle of...
Holy shit! Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit! Oh, quick time event. Don't hit your head. Oh, driver's asleep at the wheel. Yeah. Grab the gun or take the wheel?
Travis! Travis, get it together, come on!
You have to wake up and tell us the rest of the story. Oh, shit.
I got it. Just get down.
Wake up, Travis. I'm drinking. I can't be driving. What? Oh, fuck. I almost missed that quick time event. Yeah, there you go. Now bail out of the car and open fire. Just start busting caps in his ass. Oh.
Where did he go?
Under the front of your vehicle.
He's gotta be nearby.
No shit. Like, under the front tire?
Let's look around.
Are you crazy?
Well, you gotta fucking kill him. You're not gonna find him sitting in the car. You're the one who's wanted to kill him for the longest time. Come on, dude,
Are we
wake up.
there yet?
You're okay.
Been better.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so... But yeah, Dead by Daylight's a funny old
Over
thing,
here.
isn't
Got some blood.
I joined Dead by Daylight...
Leads through there.
God, when was it? Probably...
What the hell happened back here?
It was about 2 weeks before the On Rio DLC came out. Because I remember they're going to be releasing The Ring right away. I was like, The Ring? He's like, yeah, you'll be able to play as, freaking Samara. That's what I call her. Because I'm a filthy Westerner, and that's the freaking movie I saw was The Ring, not Ringu.
Won't stop you.
So I call her Samara.
What?
That was her name. And I was like, well, hell yeah. So I bought that. So I bought that DLC,
Normally,
and I was like,
I'd
hell
have
yeah.
werewolf's blood, cover our scent, but I'm all out, so we're high risk. We could be killed. You ready to end this?
Let's fucking do this.
Let's fucking do this.
Go team.
I started playing after Project W started. Oh, Reese. A girl I met on Tinder was a big Dead by Daylight streamer, and then things went down super fast.
It all makes sense now.
Oh yeah?
You
Interesting.
got wolf blood?
Found it in the woods.
So you
Travis
came
just
on
reminded me.
very recently then, because that was Wesker, right? Damn.
You should take it. There's not enough for the both of us.
No, I can't do that. It's yours.
But yeah, so I
I've done
guess,
a lot more than I
yeah,
have.
I've been around
deserves to get out
for
of this
just a
alive
little
with you.
under a year now. Take the vial, give it to Ryan.
This is yours.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we'll be fine. I got this. Ugh. Pungent.
Stick it into
Rather
the
stick it in
armpits
dead.
too, come on. But
mean,
yeah, so I
I'll
started
sure
playing
you'll be fine.
it, got the Samara DLC, and I bought the Nemesis one just before that because the Resident Evil characters I knew. Like, it feels bad playing Dead by Daylight because of that girl, but oh wait, she doesn't stream anymore. Yeah. Why does it feel... No. We won't get too personal with why it feels bad, but...
Damn,
But
this
if they
place
don't
has got
stream
some
anymore, I
vibes.
guess, yeah.
Podcast didn't do it justice.
You don't know half of it.
This is where I saw her. I thought she was.
But I liked... The thing
thought
that really
Max hit her,
caught
but
me...
Then I was
You
out
got all
here
your
and she
adepts
was
with her.
something
Had at
else.
least you had Prestige 1 to all the
The
characters
old
with there.
woman, she was
That's
saying
pretty
something
cool.
over and over again. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she was saying silence.
I only really
That's
started...
impossible you're talking about.
I, for the
saw it,
longest
too.
time, had no
The
idea
run
how the
tunnels.
game worked, really.
Lies of
Like,
Juarez.
by the
Sounds
time I
his mother.
started burning offerings and everything, I probably had like 100 of everything, because I just didn't use anything.
Who was she?
I just sort of was
She
like,
ran a
well,
traveling
whatever,
sideshow
you
called
know,
Harem Scare.
I'll figure it out eventually.
Came
And I
here
just
6
kept
years
kind of
back.
randomly putting perks in. Like, I was playing
She kept her son in a
Claudette. She was
cage.
the main one, because she had self-heal
Called him
and
Silas,
everything.
the wolf boy.
Use that if you're new.
Died in a
But
fire.
as I started sort of looking at all the different characters,
Seems like she
and
never
like
left.
I found Fang Min because she had Technician,
Yeah,
and I
go
was like,
back,
well,
it's
that's a
Quarry.
really good one to have. So then I started
We've been
prestiging
looking for Silas
characters,
ever since.
but yeah, I
How did the
really
fire
took
start?
off with Dead by Daylight when I started playing as the killer. And I played
Really?
Nemesis
You're still
first.
hiding stuff now?
And then
You laughed the head
after
off my niece, Kaylee.
The Ring came out, I started playing as her,
souls to ever walk this
and I
earth.
did really good with her for a really long time.
She
So I
wanted
kept
to do
playing
was
as
help that
her.
little boy.
And then
Locked in a cage by that.
I was like, well, I should
freak
try a
show
different
lunatic.
killer. So I tried the
What did she
plague.
do?
Because I was like, well, what's a killer that I can never get away from? And it was the plague. I was like, I never survived a plague match.
Travis.
So I was like, I'm going to play the plague. So yeah, started playing the plague, and I won my
She
first
convinced Caleb to start
multiple
a fire.
matches with her, like
Just
4
a
Ks
distraction.
across the board. Brand new
Some
playing her.
hay-bales.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to stick with the plague for a while, and I stuck with her for quite a while.
Give him enough time to get Silas
And then
out
I
of his
was
cage
like,
and give him his freedom.
well, maybe I'll
That's
try
not what
somebody
happened.
else, right?
No.
And
Within minutes, everybody was dead.
I think I went back to the ring for a little bit, and I played her a little
Liza.
bit more.
Whole crew.
And then I was like, well, why not try it? I think maybe it was the pig.
Get Silas to freedom.
Tried the pig next,
Caleb got
and
me
I
in
won the
process.
first 5 matches with her in a row. Boom, boom. Again, 4 Ks all the way across the board. And I was like, wow.
That's why you've been hunting him.
So I was
Silas,
just like,
I mean-
okay, the pig is pretty good.
Every full moon for 6 fucking
And
years.
then it just started expanding my horizons a lot, because I was like, well, I was playing any new killer that I tried, and I was winning 4 Ks with those killers. So it just
This is
sort
all
of
that's
came
left.
down to it, and it was like,
Jesus
well,
Christ.
I'm definitely getting a taste for playing as killers, so I should start really pumping my points
sign?
into there. And I did that.
Negative.
The first month that I played it, and I got my
Damn, I
points
never saw
back,
any of
I ended
this.
up getting over,
I didn't
just a
even know
little
this was
over a
here.
million points. And I pumped all of them into Bubba, actually, because I wanted barbecue and chili. So I was like, well, barbecue and chili comes up against me in like every match. Every killer's freaking got it. So I was going to download barbecue and chili. Or download Bubba so I could get barbecue and chili. So yeah, 1 million points, and I put it all into Bubba.
I'm sorry.
And I didn't have
Close.
enough because
You
it's
must
about
be close.
1.2 million
Did
to
you-
prestige a person once.
Kinda wish I hadn't.
And then the blood web ended up changing, like the Shrine of Secrets, and I think barbecue and chili was in that Shrine of Secrets. So I was like, well, I guess I don't need to prestige Bubba because it was right there for 2,000 points, so I just bought it there. I was like, okay, that freaking works for me. And so I bought that one and a bunch of other perks. And the Shrine of Secrets really helped me a lot at the beginning because I didn't want to buy the
It must
killers, but a lot of the perks were there. Sadly, I ended up pumping a lot into the Hag. I mean, not sad, like, I'm learning how to use her now, but not enough to go out into the world with her. But I want to devour Hope, and so I was like, well, I need to do some work on Devour Hope. And then I ended up prestiging the Hag and unlocked Devour Hope, and the blood web changed, and Devour Hope was in that one. I was like, fuck!
What's wrong?
You're crying for your baby, I can
What are
hear
you
you.
waiting Shoot, you stupid girl!
Take it easy, Ted Raimi.
Are you sure about this?
Shoot.
I can hear you crying. I'm sorry, Silas. I'm sorry, but he was suffering, and it's not right to fucking keep him alive to appease your spirit ass.
Please, let's just go before we have to see him like that in human form.
It's too late for that.
Now you can be fucking dead together and, like, move on. So yeah, I got my, uh-oh.
I bet you think you have it all figured out. I bet you think you're fucking clever. I tried to help you. I tried to warn you. I even started to like you. Not now. Not after this. I will not forget what you made them do to my Silas. I've been with you all night, and I'm not about to stop now just because the night's come to an end. No. Whenever you hear a noise in the dark, a whisper from the shadows, the breath on the back of your neck, that's gonna be me. I'll be there. Now I will never leave you. I'll never leave you.
Well, I killed her kid and all. But at the same time, he was acting a bit like a spunking cock at the time when I shot him, so to be fair, he kinda deserved it. Maybe if he wasn't running around fucking people's lives up, people wouldn't want to shoot him. Oh, Max. Having survived, he was cured of the werewolf curse when Ryan shot Chris with the silver shell. Emma. Emma was killed by werewolf Max at the treehouse. Jacob died too. Bobby, uninjured, he was able to fend off an attack from Chris's brother in werewolf form. Thanks to Bobby fending off werewolf, Judd survived the attack at the Hackett house. Chris was killed when his favorite counselor Shrine shot him with silver. Sorry, dude. Yeah. Laura shot Constance's face off in a struggle for the gun. That's why you don't struggle with a shotgun when it's pointed at your face. Daughter Kaylee was shot and killed by Laura, who mistook her for werewolf Chris. Abigail met her demise when Nick tore her head from her body. Jacob got his foot stuck in a bear trap and fell face first into another. Yeah. Dylan survived the night and was freed from the werewolf curse when Laura killed Silas. Nick survived the night when Laura killed Silas. Nick's werewolf curse was lifted. Caitlin survived by luring Caleb into the freezer using the left. Oh, Caleb lived too then! And Silas killed Caleb. Oh, and he froze to death in the freezer. Travis survived the encounter with Silas and finally signed into the curse that had haunted his family for 6 years. Survived the showdown with the White Wolf. Laura killed Silas with the silver shell, killing every infected person who survived the night. Laura killed Silas, the dog way in his nest. The curse of Hackett's Quarry is broken. Man. Yeah. Yeah, poor Jacob. He got it pretty bad, actually.
Tragedy at Hackett's Quarry leaves teens dead. What do you make of that?
But yeah. No, Dead by Daylight was just a very interesting game because before that I'd been playing Friday the 13th. And Friday the 13th was a pretty interesting game. Like, I thought it was decent.
This Hackett's Quarry thing.
What was this, like 3 months ago?
But I found that Dead by Daylight was superior by far because a lot of the problems I had with Friday the 13th were solved by Dead by Daylight. Like, the whole end game thing, that was a great thing because it's like, well, now the match has to end, right? And the fact that if Jason kills everybody, you're just fucking toast, right? Like, there's no escape hatch, right? You're just dead.
blow your mind.
So you all have to choose to, you know, fix the car. You had to put the gas in the car, put the battery in the car. You had to do quick time events for that. The quick time events in Dead by Daylight are always the same button. They're always in the same place, right? It just spins the wheel and you click it in the same, it's always in the same spot on the thing, with the exception of, you know, the perks and, you know, whatever, hexes that change it, right? But with Friday the 13th, you do the skill checks, and it's like going through the wheel, and it just randomly appears, and you like have to hit it when it appears, and you have to do it like multiple times. Like it's so fucking just, it's such a disaster.
So, it just so happens I've got
and I was like, wow, now I'm playing Dead by Daylight, and I can see the spot I have to hit, and it's always the same button. Friday the 13th, it would be different buttons, and you would never know what it was until it highlights, and then you have like a half a second to decide what it is. And it's like,
Don't
shit,
we all have
you know?
someone on the inside? You know, an inner critic.
And just like in Dead by Daylight, you screw up a skill
one's
check and you
listening.
alert the killer. But fuck.
Okay, well, what I really meant
But Jason
is,
can mori
let's call it
you
an
instantly.
anonymous
So
donation.
you get
You
caught
know,
by
we're
him
not
and
the
you're
only
just
ones
fucking
who
dead.
Flagged this
I mean, there was more
bizarre
survivors in
situation.
Friday the
Someone
13th because there's like,
actually
what,
reached out to us.
7
They
or
sent
8
us a packet.
people
Did
for
you
the,
didn't
him to
open it.
find,
Anyone who- I
which
don't
is
trust
why
anyone
he
who
can
listens
just
to
kill
this show.
people in one hit, but at the same
I couldn't
time,
wait to open it.
it's like, well,
Surprise!
you know.
Anonymous donation.
Okay, you've always promised me since day one of this
But yeah.
podcast that if you could see
But the,
true
yeah,
evidence, you will consider
so much
all
things
options,
were
right?
improved
Did
by
you
Dead
not
by
say
Daylight that were in
Say
Friday the
that.
13th.
I mean, I know you-
Knowing for a
And, you
fact
know,
I would never
if
see any evidence,
Jason
I didn't
kills
say that.
everybody and you haven't
Well,
fixed the car or anything at all, well, you're just dead because you literally can't escape.
Bizarre.
The only difference being in that one, you could kill Jason, but
Okay,
even then
fine,
it was
let's
like
do
really
this. For
hard to
anyone
do.
listening at home, we are
Whereas in
about to
Dead by
open a
Daylight, you can't
package
attack the
from a
killer at
mysterious
all,
person
which was a
who
very
listens to
good
this
improvement.
show. If you are the one who sent us,
Because that was
whatever it
one of the
is,
biggest
congrats,
problems of
you
Friday
got
the
us.
13th was that, you know, you could attack Jason, hit him with a bat, or blast him with a shotgun and knock him down. He would get up, but you could still knock him down. And,
No, I don't want you to dull my key.
of course,
Just
they
use your
added
finger.
emotes, so you could flip him off. Or you could you can teabag, or you could, like, you know, hip thrust in his face while he's down on the ground,
course I lock
which
my
just
door.
encouraged all
What are you
kinds of
hiding?
toxic
What am
behavior
I
from
hiding?
players,
Do you
right?
not lock your doors?
No, I have nothing to hide.
So it was
You
pretty,
think that ghosts
it
are
was
real,
pretty
but you don't
bad
lock
game.
your doors?
No, ghosts
And
couldn't
then once
open
you
my doors. They could
repair
walk through my
the
walls,
escape,
Anton.
which was
Okay,
like
you need
to
to be
fix
more
the car,
concerned with
a
murderers.
lot of people towards the end in the last matches of it that I ever played, all they ever wanted to
Whoa!
do
You
was
can't just show me
fix
a
the car,
picture
jump
of
in
a
it, and
dead
drive
body. You
around
have
and
to
start
tell me
killing
before
all
you're
the
gonna do
other
that.
survivors.
Okay, then let's take
Which
this over.
in Dead
Anton,
by
can I
Daylight
show
you
you a
can't
picture
do.
of a
You
dead
fix the
body?
generators,
I can't work with that.
and that's it.
Okay, fine, yes. It's a
You
dead
can't
body.
use
Okay,
the
well, what
exit
is
as
this? What am I
as a
looking
means of
at?
It's
killing
one
another
of the
player,
hikers that went missing.
which was
Do you
really
remember
good.
that?
Yes, that's the true part of the story.
Yeah.
So I
Ed
do
Benson
hope
was his
Jason
name.
eventually
He
makes
was
his way
drowned.
to Dead by Daylight.
Okay,
He
drowned
definitely has
or
a
was
place in
drowned?
the
Now
rogues
you're getting
gallery.
grammatical.
I'm not getting grammatical.
Oh, shut up. Holy fuck, you people are loud. Yeah, we're gonna return to the main menu. Game is done. Yeah, the death remind feature. Yes, no, we don't need it right now. No. But yeah, so that was kind of the fun part about swapping to Dead by Daylight. And once I went to Dead by Daylight, I have gone back to Friday the 13th a couple times. I'm like, Jesus, this game is so broken. And I mean, they never really got to do updates and fix anything because they lost the rights, so that sucked. That's really what killed the game, because that game had a lot of potential as well. Like, they really could have expanded it. And by now, like years later, that game could have had endless updates like Dead by Daylight has and be so much better. But, you know, they just never got the chance to really do that, which is a real shame. So, yeah, I mean, I really hope Jason makes his way to fucking Dead by Daylight, because, yeah, he could literally have skins for every single movie, which really pisses me off about Freddy and Dead by Daylight, because I feel like they should have all of the movie skins for Freddy by now. There's no reason not to. I mean, New Line Cinema owned the original and the newest, the re-release, so I don't see why it has to be so frickin', you know, hush-hush, and you can only have the one Freddy. Like, It just seems dumb. I would love to have the other Freddy skins. You know, be it the first one or the really crazy evil looking one from Freddy vs. Jason, where he would have like the pointy ears and like all that shit. That one was really cool. I would love to play Freddy like that. Or the trenchcoat Freddy from New Nightmare with the mechanical robotic hand. That would have been awesome. But no. Oh well. I did do a stream where I talked about changes and updates I'd like to see brought to Dead by Daylight. And actually, Freddy skins, I don't think I covered. But I've always been thinking, I was like, I'll save all those little ideas for the next time I do a stream to talk about updates I'd like to see to Dead by Daylight, because there's a lot of things I think they could do to spruce up Dead by Daylight that would make it a lot more fun. Well, folks, as I said, yeah, that is the second game playthrough for The Quarry. Not too bad. Lots of people died this time around because I made different choices. I did really good on my first playthrough, which is still on my stream if you want to go check it out. That one, Emma lived, Abby lived. Nobody from the main cast died except for Jacob. Jacob's the only one who died, and that was because he got captured and he got thrown in a jail cell next to the werewolf, Nick. And then when they got in the fight and what's-her-name, Laura, hit the power switches, it unlocked all the gates, so Nick was just in the room with the werewolf now, and he just got freaking killed. Which sucked, because I thought by leaving him in there he was going to be safer at the time. But, yeah. So Jacob is the only one who's died every time I played. Which was kind of sad. Because I actually think Jacob is like one of the nicest characters. Like, when the freaking game first starts out and you first see him and he's got the hat on backwards and he's fucking loud and obnoxious and you're like, wow, he's like your typical kind of jock douchebag. But I actually really liked Jacob. Like, he was a really nice character, and you see him with getting mistreated by Emma and everything, and I was like, wow, he was a cool dude. So I felt really bad when he died. Oh, and Max died as well, because I had him swim across the lake to the other side. So after he became human again, he just got killed the second he gets to the other side. But, oh well. I'm gonna try to go for a playthrough where everybody lives, but I don't really know how that's gonna work, because I feel like maybe you can save Caleb. But again, I don't really know how it'll work. I guess instead of using Caitlin to run away, we have to just choose hide or whatever. So maybe just escape him in a different manner. But yeah, only one way to find out. Apparently, when I looked it up online, there's 189 possible outcomes for this game, which is pretty crazy. And apparently there's achievements for a lot of different ways of playing, too. There's an achievement first of all, of course, if everybody lives. There'll undoubtedly be an achievement where everybody dies, where you just kill everyone. But there's also apparently an achievement where only the girl camp counselors live. There's an achievement where only the guy camp counselors live. So, I mean, those are all things to sort of look into. But yeah, it's interesting. I think my first playthrough did pretty good, because like I said, Jacob was the only one who died, and Max, of course, sadly. But other than that, I managed to keep everybody alive, which I was pretty impressed, because I thought for sure I was getting people killed a couple times, but nope. So yeah, this game does have a lot of replay value, which I think is really cool, because there's so many choices and so many things you can do. Yeah, so neat from my first playthrough. It worked out really well. There was so many times I thought I was going to be killed, and It's been a blast, and I think I will probably get this game. I recommend it. I really do. I bought this game right after Christmas, probably like the first week of January, I think, because it went on sale. It was part of like the Boxing Day, Boxing Week sale, and it was on sale for like $40 in the store. And I was like, well, I'm gonna fucking get it then because I wanted to play it. And it had been on my list for like a long time, and I had seen another streamer playing it. Yeah, I didn't hear any terrible reviews, and you know what? 90% of the time, I don't listen to fucking reviews anyway. Too many and that's before and after. Like, like a kind of a weird reference, like the Indiana Jones. There's a new Indiana Jones movie coming out, right? And it's really funny because, like, within weeks of its announcement, people are already trashing it. And it was really funny because people have been shit-talking it for the longest time, and finally the director, because it's not Spielberg this time, right? And he went on Twitter, and he's like, so guys, can I make the movie, and then you guys go see the movie, and then decide if you hate it? And I was like, yeah, like, literally, that's the thing, is, like, you have to ask that nowadays. Can you, like, wait till the movie's done, go and see it, and then shit-talk it if it sucks? But the general consensus nowadays is to just say everything is garbage and stupid and whatever, which is why I just never listen, because I think if I listened to it all, I wouldn't play games at all, and I wouldn't fucking go to movies at all, because everything would suck. So I try not to listen to reviews, especially if it's a game that I think I will really like. And The Quarry is one of those things I was kind of on the fence about. Like, I'd heard it was a horror game similar to Until Dawn, which I really hilariously, ironically enough, I got for Christmas like 3 years ago, and I haven't played it yet. Because right after I got it, one of my other kids was born, and my oldest at that time, he was getting up out of bed and wandering around the house at night. And because I didn't want to play it, without a headset, the layout of the house that we were in at the time, he would have came into the room and been watching it without me being able to, like, know he was behind me. And I didn't want to see, like, because I knew that was like a slasher thing. And I didn't want to see, like, any more than this game, right? I mean, he's a lot older now, and he'd probably be fine. But at the time, I was just like, no, I don't want to risk it. So I just put off playing it, and I just never played it. But it's still sitting right over there, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I gotta freaking play that, especially after this one, because it's like everyone says, it's a very similar game to this game here. So it's like, okay, I really gotta play Until Dawn, because it'll probably be really awesome. And then all I knew about this one was that it was a horror game and it was a camp thing, make your choices and don't die. I thought it was a serial killer, in all honesty, just like the Until Dawn was. And then, nope, it was werewolves, and I was like, okay, that's fine. But I freaking love this game. This game is incredibly well done. I mean, they took the actors and they obviously did full facial, like really close-up facial scans to get them to look almost completely human. I'm a completionist, that it will bother me until I get everything, but I don't know if I have the time to get as sucked in as you want to be. That's very true. But and the thing about this game is that there's, aside from the tarot cards, there's clues all over the world, right, that you can collect as you play through, but they seem to serve zero purpose other than just, like, little items, Easter eggs that you find. So it's kind of like, what's the point of even looking for them? If they enhanced the game, or you were able to use them to further the escapes or whatever, it would make more sense, but I've never found a clue in the game that meant anything. So it's kind of like, why are they even there? So the tarot cards are really the only things you want to look for. Find them all, I guess. See what happens. But yeah, there'll probably be an achievement for finding every tarot card in the game, I would imagine. But yeah, if you're a completionist, a game like this would be kind of probably frustrating and anxiety-inducing because, yeah, there's so many fucking things to look for. I don't think I found even like a third of all of the different clues that are in the game, because when I go through my clue list, there's like just huge gaps of like question marks and like one or two items, because it's like, okay, you notice like a picture on the wall and that's a clue for some reason, but then it's like, okay, what else is? Like literally, it's the sort of thing where you'd have to look under every leaf and stone in the game to find them all. It's like, in the end, they don't do anything, so who cares? Actually, that's not true. The one clue we found was that doll that we threw in the freezer, and then she locked him in the freezer. Yes, Detroit Becoming Human. Yes, I got that. I was really curious about that game for the longest time, and it came out for free download when I bought my PS5, because that was one of the free games that initially was released with the PS5. So I do have Detroit Become Human, and it's like this weird, I like really want to play it, but at the same time I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm really on the fence about that one. There's a lot of games like that. I have another one called Vampire, which is supposed to be kind of similar in a lot of sense. Apparently, it'd probably be a lot similar to this, where you have to make choices in your interactions with the people in your life, because you're a vampire and a doctor, so you have to try to like hide your vampirism and all this other shit. So that one actually might be a good one to stream. Maybe for Halloween I'll do that. That'd be a good one. I need a good Halloween themed game. So yeah, a horror game like, I mean, I don't know if it's a horror game. This would have been a great one to play on Halloween, but I didn't want to wait that long. And I had like the Callisto Protocol. I do want to finish that one, and I always say I'm going to, but that wasn't particularly all that. It didn't grab me. This game grabbed me. Okay, this is a game that I played it the first day, and I played it almost entirely the full way through. The only reason I stopped was because my stream went for 6.5 hours, and then it popped a message up and said I'd been kicked out of the stream. So I restarted it, but then when I checked it on my Twitch, like on my phone, the stream was only like 4 hours long. I was like, that doesn't seem right. So my stream went for 6.5 hours, yet only 4 hours and 20 minutes of it was recorded. So that really pissed me off, and I just deleted the videos from there, where I was just like, oh my god, and I was just so upset. But no, that pissed me off, because I lost 2.5 hours of gameplay from this game, and I loved this game. And I was like, that's great, because I was going to do a full playthrough that night. I was going to not stop. I was like, I don't care if it takes 12 hours, whatever. Like, I knew it wouldn't take that because of the style of game it was, but I was like, I'm going to go through this whole game in one night, one stream. And to find out that I'd lost hours and hours of footage, I was just like, nope. So I noped out of that, and then I came back the next day, and I said, okay, this is what happened. I am going to just finish the storyline, and I finished my first playthrough from where I was. And then when I finished the game, I realized, hey, now I have chapter selection. I can go back and I can fill the gap for what was missing in my first stream, which I did that. I did that yesterday. And when I finished that off, I had a bunch of people joining me in the stream. And I was just like, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start over, because none of them had seen the game at all. And I said, okay, I'm going to start over from the very beginning rather than continuing. And then you guys can see the story from the beginning. And that's what started my whole second playthrough. And I was letting people make the choices, like, do we do this? Do we do that? And like, you wanted Caitlin to live, so I kept Caitlin alive. And so I was like, okay, that's why Jacob and what's her name? And I watched that during work. Yeah, thanks. It's awesome to know you watched it work. But yeah, so yeah, my second playthrough started yesterday, just indirectly, because I had new people who hadn't seen the story, and I didn't want to, pop them in halfway while I was patching a hole in my other stream. So I started the second stream, which I've just ended now, so I'm happy that that worked out a lot better this time around than it did the first time, so it was vaguely slow, so I could get sucked in with a headphone in one ear. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, this game definitely is, it's a very interesting experience. It actually reminds me a lot of the game The Order 1888 or whatever it was, where it was very story-driven with minimal gameplay. The biggest problem with that game was it was, supposed to be like this action-y type game with gameplay, and the gameplay was pretty shit for the most part. And that was what really killed that game, but that game looked beautiful. It looked so good. And I did like the story. The story was really good. But there was like whole portions of that, I swear to God, it was probably 45 minutes. You're just watching freaking cinematics because nothing happens. And then you would get like 5 minutes of cover-based shooting combat in the game, and then it would be over, and you'd be back to like another hour of story of like cutscenes and things. So that game was kind of, I guess you could look at it as kind of a predecessor to something like this, where they had the idea. I feel like The Order, if it came out now. That's your commentary on Borderlands 2? Yeah. So, I think like if The Order had come out now and was more like this, it would have functioned a lot better. The only difference being they wanted to have like, shootouts and all that other stuff and shooting the creatures and killing them and whatever, and it was like, okay, yeah, that's all fine, but so you would have had to figure that out, whereas this game, you can shoot the gun at a creature, but it's always a fixed camera and the creature's there. It's never you're in the forest whipping the gun around, FPS style trying to shoot the creature, right? Which was, good. And I think if the Order had done that, then the Order would have been a lot more successful. But guess we'll never know now because that's all dead. But yeah. But this game, absolutely, it's an amazing experience. The graphics, like I said, practically they're one step off of realism. Like if you pull them up, the pictures of these freaking people, these actors, Brenda, like you say, you pull up her picture on your phone and look at it, they're like, literally, that's fucking her. This is one step off of being a very long, 9-hour movie. And that's fine. Because for a game to be good, you just have to draw me in with story, gameplay, whatever it is. And if the story's there but the gameplay isn't, I don't care, as long as the story has really got me. And this game, the story really was well done. And the fact that, unlike The Order, like I said, all the choices happen really fast, they happen a lot, so you're always engaged in gameplay of some sort. You're not just watching a really long movie. Despite the fact that, because of that, the game starts a little slower because you don't get to the horror for about 2 hours. Because you're sort of going around and you're meeting all the counselors and you're making these choices in the conversations. And then you're walking around looking for tarot cards. So that kind of is what drags kind of the beginning of this game out a bit more, before you get to like the actual horror. But I find once nightfall happens and the freaking first werewolf attack happens in this game, it's pretty much going from that point on. Like, there's a lot of really well done scares and, everything. It's like I said, the only real problem with this game is the freaking water looks like shit. If you see them in the water when, like, Jacob and Emma were in the water and splashing each other, the water looks fucking terrible. And it does the entire game. The water just never looks good in this game. But whatever, it doesn't matter because the rest of the game is like a freaking masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. The story is really good. The characters were all likable for the most part. The fact that you get to choose whether or not they're dicks and leave each other to die or whatever, it's all great. And yeah, there's so many outcomes, so there's definitely replay value with this, which is what's really good in a game where, where your story is so linear, because the story is always progressing. It's just the choices you make that change, right? So the story will go on at the same pace, but the outcome is so different every time, and that's what's crazy about it. Like I said, when Caitlin was getting killed in the kitchen by that freaking werewolf, that didn't happen the first time. I just escaped. So I don't even know what one choice I made somewhere else changed it to the point that I could not get away from him. So yeah, it's really interesting how it all kind of works out, right? So highly recommend The Quarry. If you like a good horror game, definitely a Halloween type one would be great for that. Aside from that, yeah, I mean, whew, Dead by Daylight. There was a lot in this game. Reminded me of Resident Evil back the first time, like, especially once you get into the house and, there's like the creepy ass old house. This game had such amazing Resident Evil vibes for me, which is a really good thing, because I am pooped. You work 10-hour days, so your eyes are so heavy. Well, go to sleep. It's all good. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Like I said, Harry Potter, give or take approximately 12 hours from now, I will be streaming Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. So you can always come back then if you want and have a visit. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out with me. This is one of the most fun streams I've had, because normally people come into my stream and it's like there's like the other day I had 4 people in the stream and nobody was talking, and I was like, hello? Somebody want to say hi? Nobody would say anything, or people would leave, so it's like, okay, I'm scaring them away. So it's always awesome to have you in here and get chatty with me. Feel free anytime you want. Have a great night, and sleep well, and yeah, I'll see you soon, I'm sure. In the meantime, yeah, dancing tickies. Gotta have the dancing ticks, right? Yeah. Here, I'll put up some little hearts. There we go. GG's. But yeah, so that was absolutely frickin' Hackett's Quarry. And I'm curious about this movie mode. Everyone survived the horrors of Hackett's Quarry. Does this mean that if I just turn the game on, I will literally watch it just as a movie? And it will show all the choices required to keep everybody alive? And then if I do everyone dies, then everyone is just going to get killed, and it'll be like a horrible movie where they all die? I'm actually really curious about this. That would be a really interesting way to do it. I'm also very curious about this other thing, Wolfpack mode. Host or join a game with friends in a shared experience, or coach co-op. So does this mean a multiplayer game mode allows you to share the experience with your friends either by joining a friend's game or by hosting the game yourself? Your choices and actions during play affect the outcome in a number of ways, depending on the options selected by the host player. So does that mean, like, I would be making choices and then somebody else is linked to the game and they will make the choices for, like, other characters? Because I'm very curious about that. That seems like it would be really an interesting way to play this. Especially if you had, like, a group of friends, right? Because we could each be, like, a character. And then you're gonna really find out which of your friends are likely to spaz out under pressure and let their friends die, right? I mean, it's a hell of a learning experience. Bizarre yet bona fide podcasts. The Woman in the Woods, The Boy Who Cried Bigfoot, Missing Presumed Dead, Hangry for Revenge. Yep. Well, folks, that is Hackett's, that is The Quarry. Second playthrough, complete and in the bag. Happy y'all came by and enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to follow me. Check out my, Discord and what have you. Bot Whisperer 1 TTV. My YouTube is just Bot Whisperer. Bot Whisperer, so you can find me in there. You can find all my streams, including this one is going to go up there, but I'm actually going to be holding off on putting this one up. I'm currently uploading the first portion of my original Quarry playthrough, and the reason I'm only doing one part is because these ones had copyright. Because there's so much music tracks in this, Twitch has portions apparently of my stream muted wherever they're playing certain songs, I imagine. And while I don't think there's any serious gameplay to affect that, it really pisses me off and makes me very worried that if I upload these to YouTube, YouTube could potentially get me copyright strikes from the people who own the music. Because YouTube doesn't give two shits about anybody. And they could very well copyright strike my account on YouTube because of my music, or because of the music in this game. And even though I'm playing the game as a stream, and I'm talking, and I'm commenting, YouTube is broken for the most part, and if I start getting copyright strikes because of this game, because the music is in the game and it's licensed, it could destroy my YouTube. And I mean, I'm not like a major YouTuber. I only have like 20-something people following me on there. But all of my streams and Dead by Daylight matches and everything I've ever accumulated, as well as just, I like freaking YouTube and I have playlists for channels that I watch. I don't want to lose all of that because of a freaking copyright strike that's out of my hands because of this freaking game. So I'm very worried about that. My Castlevania streams got copyright claims against them. Not strikes, but claims. Claims just means that they're claiming my video as their own shit and they can put fucking commercials on it or whatever. Which, okay, whatever. I mean, if Konami want to be pricks about that and put, you know, frickin' commercials on the thing and monetize my Castlevania videos, that's fine, I guess. But they didn't issue copyright strikes, and that's what's got me worried about uploading these quarries to YouTube, because on Twitch I have no strikes or copyright claims or anything, because Twitch knows that I'm streaming a game, obviously, so any music that's in the game, like whatever, but YouTube doesn't function the same way, and yeah, and on Twitch, these Quarry videos have got muted portions apparently because the copyright owners to the music have apparently fucking hit it. So yeah, that's why I'm so apprehensive, because Twitch didn't flag anything before, but it's flagged these, and now I'm gonna send these to YouTube where it could be even worse for flagging. Has got me really worried about uploading this. Because if that happens, that's why I said I'm uploading the first portion, and it's one of the ones that had flags on Twitch. So if I send that to YouTube, and that gets a copyright strike, then I'm literally not going to upload any of the Quarry to my YouTube, which really is sad, because I want to remember, like, that's why, like, if you look at my YouTube, I just broke 1,000 videos on YouTube. That's more than people who have channels with, like, hundreds of thousands of followers. And for me to have 20 followers and over 1,000 videos, like, I'm proud of that, because I mean, a lot of the videos are really good. I mean, they're not like streams, but like, they're my matches from Dead by Daylight, and I fucking love them. Like Peekaboo, the one I was talking about earlier in stream when I was talking about Myers. Peekaboo, I would lose that because I can't save them all on my PlayStation, and I don't have a PC. I mean, I'm on PlayStation right now, so I don't have something I could save all my matches to. So if I lost my YouTube channel because of copyright strikes over something as stupid as uploading a video game that just had music in it, I mean, it'd be one thing if I was playing the copyrighted music right now and like my radio is sitting right here so you guys could hear it through the stream. That'd be one thing. But to be part of a game that I'm streaming, that's, you know, that's BS. So, yeah, I'm worried about that. So we'll see what happens. I just uploaded my second playthrough of Castlevania 3 because there's 3 possible playthroughs for that. So I uploaded the second one of that just before I started uploading the first portion of, like I said, the first playthrough. So we'll see how that all goes tomorrow. Because they're actually probably... They're there now. Ooh. I'm gonna check. Because why the hell not, right? It could be... what's this? No. Let's look. Let's look and see. Because I would think... Oh, there's Castlevania. Manage videos. Castlevania copyright claimed. But no copyright strikes. So that's a good thing. Copyright strikes are going to be what destroys a channel if anything does. It hasn't had any views yet. Somebody watch my Castlevania videos. Go to my YouTube, Bot Whisperer. Bot Whisperer, just straight up Bot Whisperer. And yeah, like I have playlists. I've got my I've got my streaming that were just regular streams where I just sit around talking about stuff. That included my introduction as well as my anime extravaganza, part 1 and 2. So those are actually some streams that I want to get into again. I haven't done that yet, but I definitely should do another one. So that was actually a pretty fun stream. That was my first official, like, stream, I think, was my anime one. And I was, like, really happy about that one. It was fun to talk about anime and all the fun stuff. And to talk to people and this and that. Yeah. But I have a lot of stuff I did. I streamed Resident Evil and all that other junk, so, I mean, yeah, check out my streams. I also, several of my friends who play Ark Survival Evolved just got themselves a private server, because you can pay to have your own server to play that game on, like online multiplayer, and they actually invited me to join their server. And I've been thinking about it for a while, because I think it would be kind of cool to go in and, like, start a whole new character up, and I could, you know, do it from scratch, basically. Just start building a whole little, you know, thing. And because it's a private server, only my friends who invited me would be there. So they could have their own little, you know, their own little fortress with their animals in their one section of the world, and I would have my own little, you know, my own little house or whatever, my own little fortress with my own dinosaurs and everything. It's something I thought about doing. I mean, I also thought about just getting my own server altogether, but then you would need to... one of the best things about playing online with people is having other people to interact with. So, again, stuff to consider. Because I do like playing Ark Survival Evolved, but the main problem with Ark Survival Evolved, the only real problem with Ark Survival Evolved is I was playing that for like months right before I became a Twitch streamer. So I'm like so tired of Ark right now. But yeah, that's the only reason I'm kind of like, ugh. And I did a few streams of Ark already. But to get back into an actual, like, daily stream of Ark is a very time-consuming game. It's an amazingly good game, but it eats up so much of your time. So, and I still have Dead Space, because the Dead Space remake, that just came out, like, frickin', like, last week or whatever. So it's like, you know, the last week of January, I think it was. And I had that one in the Quarry. And I was like, well, I'm going to do the Quarry first, which I have done now. Yeah. But Dead Space Remake, that's one I've always wanted to play. And a lot of people are playing it right now, and it's like, well, I could play that one or I could wait. And I think I'm going to wait on that one. I was going to try to go through it before Harry Potter came out, but Harry Potter is tomorrow now, and Harry Potter I feel is going to eat a lot of time. So, yeah. And I still have to do Dead by Daylight, because Dead by Daylight has done its bunny event. The lunar fucking bunny event or whatever that's going on right now. That's over in like 16 hours or something. So it's like, yeah, I mostly have missed out on that one. But I already got all the skins and collectibles for it, so that's not a big deal. But yeah, really haven't played Dead by Daylight because I've been trying to focus on other stuff. And then, of course, my TV broke, which really freaking hurt. And then, yeah, it's been an interesting time. So we'll have to see what happens. I do want to still do the retro streams that I was talking about earlier, and I'm pretty sure I've got the setup to do it, but we'll have to see how that plays out because I'll have to stream it through my laptop. And my laptop seems to be very weak when it comes, because my laptop was never intended to be used as a gaming PC or anything. All it was for was so I could keep my writing on it. And that's all I've ever used it for. But now that I'm a streamer, it's like, well, you gotta have a PC. And I say, well, I don't have a PC, but I got this laptop here. I guess I could try that. And I've spoke to several, techies, and they all say the same thing. They're like, yeah, your laptop is probably just not strong enough to run a Twitch stream. Even if you're not hooking it through your PlayStation to just stream through it, that's probably why it crashes so much, because it just can't handle it. So it's like, okay, so my TV broke, so I can't play games on there, and I was playing on my headset. And then I tried to get my, upgrades for my, OBS and everything so I could start doing better streams, and that fell through because, well, the laptop isn't that strong. So I was like, okay. So now I gotta buy, and I had just bought upgrades. I brought a new microphone. Like, I can show it to you here. It's right here. Like, I got a new microphone, right? And everything, because I wanted, when I started doing the better streams, right? I'm looking at upgrading my streams. And I got a new light and a webcam with a built-in light. It's a really, really nice one. So, yeah. Like, I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying really hard to get off the ground and just get working on here, but man, it's just not agreeing with me. The technology does not like me. And so, it's going to be a little while. I guess on the positive side, I do have, I have an artist, a sister-in-law, who does artwork, incredibly good artwork. And so I'm going to get her to start doing some designs for the channel. And I think that'll be really cool, so we'll start seeing more logos and things. When you go to my Twitch page, for example, I have the Dead by Daylight characters and everything, and I'm probably going to get rid of that, and I'm going to start... There'll probably be some Dead by Daylight characters in there, but I think what I'm definitely going to do is will be me and Wormy. Wormy's my Demogorgon. And probably Anna and Rin from Dead by Daylight, because, they were my girls that I, got hooked on and hooked on you. And I think I'm going to add other characters because, like I said, I played the Resident Evil game and I played Ark, so I think I'm going to get, like, a collage of all the characters from my favorite games, and that's going to become my backdrop in my channel and everything. So, yeah, like, there's going to be a lot going on there for the next while, and I hope I can keep it up, and I hope I can keep it interesting. So, if anybody wants to, if anybody's curious, I am definitely busting my ass to make everything more entertaining for as many people as I can. I'm also going to start looking very quickly into getting, like, the Twitch little, because you get the little bits that you can spend, and most people it'll be like, oh, highlight my response or something, my message and things like that. I'm going to look at getting all those right away here, actually, but I want to, again, put my own touches on all of that, and I got to go in and figure out how all that works. So once I've done that, then that'll start showing up. I think that'll probably be one of the easiest things to get into the game, into my stream, and something that, maybe I probably shouldn't have put off as long as I have so far, just to create more interaction. Basically anything to make the stream a lot more entertaining than me just sitting here talking about stuff. So, yeah. But as I said, was that when I initially started my wrap up, I hope you enjoyed everything. Please do check out my YouTube for previous streams. I do have a Discord, which is botwhisper1_TTV. You should be able to find it. If not, you can always message me on Twitch, and I'll try to send you a link. Like I said, technology and I do not get along, so. But I do have the Discord and all that set up for people. I just don't have many people in it yet. So I think I have 3. Yeah. So once we get more people in there, it'll be a lot easier to post my schedules and things, because I am going to try very hard. Like, it's really hard because I have a wife who's in college, so she's in and out of school, and when she's not here, I'm responsible, obviously, for taking care of my children. I can't just leave them alone. And because, yeah, some of them are older, but, I have a 4-year-old, and she can't, so I gotta, be a dad first. First and foremost, gotta be a dad. So that kind of makes it hard for me to come up with a very specific streaming schedule. I wish I could give a very specific streaming schedule, but it just doesn't work out that way sometimes because of the scheduling right now. But I am working very hard to get that sorted out for y'all. Probably start doing more daily, like early in the day streams, just to keep everything, cause, the kids are in school and the wife is in school, so what better time to do stream than when nobody is here, right? So there's all of that to do. So, yeah, I'm gonna work very hard on getting all of that sorted out for y'all. And, yeah, I hope that the content, entertains. I've noticed that a lot of my streams have got more views than they have in the past. If I scroll down through my list, some of them have like 3 or 4 views, and then, some of my more recent ones have had 20 views. So for them to jump up that much is actually very impressive, at least as far as I'm concerned. Because, I have 31 followers right now. So for my streams to go from 1 or 2 views to 20 plus views is really good. That means almost every one of my followers, at the very least, is watching my streams. Whether they're tuning in while I'm streaming, they're still viewing the streams afterwards. So that's a big positive for me, and making me really happy to see those numbers bouncing up. One day, maybe if I'm lucky, I'll be able to look back and be like, wow, I remember when I was excited that I get like 1,000. But, whatever, that could be years from now, if at all. So, but yeah, I am happy, and progress is progress, so I'm going to keep at her. Yeah, not much else to say, I guess. Thanks for tuning into the Quarry, second playthrough, part 2. We have finished it up, saved a few different people, and had different people die this time. But yeah, and in different ways. Because in the first game, Caleb got shot, if I'm not mistaken. But in this one, he froze to death, so yeah, it's interesting how it all works out. Yeah, not much else to say without nattering on very much more. Look at that. The stream is 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 45 seconds. We gotta talk about something for 1 minute and 15 seconds, right? Come on. Why the hell not? Let's get it to 2 hours. Let's get it to 2 hours. So, what is there to talk about? Well, the weather in Canada has been, up and down, fluctuating. It's been kind of chilly here, and, you notice, I got my Ghostbuster PJs on now, and it's the weather outside is really, really cold, and, it's Canada, but then it's where I live, it likes to fluctuate really drastically, so all day long it's melting. But then you could try going outside a couple hours later, now, and it's below zero. It's 20 below, and you freeze to death. So my health was kind of fluctuating for a bit there, because I was starting to get a really nasty cold, and then I went and I had a really warm shower and everything that helped a lot. And Yeah. Canada's weird, but awesome. And look at that! We're at 2 hours! Yay!